This tutorial is going to show how to create a login form using Flash CS3. We're going to use ActionScript 2, and what will this login form do? It'll read in usernames and passwords from a XML file. So what we're going to quickly do is just create a blank ActionScript 2, and what we need to do is set up a few different sections. So what we're just going to do is get this up, set up the other panels, set up all our scenes. So from this, what we're going to need is a login scene. We also need an incorrect login scene. And also a scene to go to when we get it correct. So it could be stuff thing or correct. You could actually have multiple different types of this. We're going to keep it simple with our three options. So on the correct scene, what I'm going to want to do here is I'm just going to start on this layer. We want to keep all the actions on one layer. I'm going to add a stop command, and I'm going to do that to all the other scenes as well. Okay, and our last one. So I'm just going to set up a couple of little text boxes. Just sort of say, obviously you can do whatever you want on that correct login and incorrect. Obviously, in terms of HCI, you want to think about what colours you should be using. So let's just give that a green. It's more appropriate. Now, login, what we need to do is set up a couple of little boxes that we can enter our text into. So, first step, let's just put in a nice little bit of design. So, you get a little username and password box. Once we have that, let's add in a nice little text box. Change it from static text to input, from multi-line to single line for the first one. And we've got all the information on here. What I should have done is actually put that onto its own layer. So I have that all on there. It will just make my life a lot easier. Second box, input text, this time it's going to be a password box. Now, what we've got here, a little bit of problem, we can't actually see it. So, there's a few different ways we can get around this. The easiest, add another layer underneath it. Little box, white background. Just that goes around the edges. Obviously spend a bit more time actually making that a bit neater. What I've done here, that's what I have here, is little password boxes that can record our information. These two little boxes, I need to actually give them some names. So let's call that username. Field. And password field. And our last little step is we're just going to create a little button for our logins. Make sure when you go back to text, you switch back to static text. So I've got my little login. Let's make it look a little bit different. Obviously I haven't added it on yet, so we're going to go back to a login form, drag the button on. Now, later on we'll be adding that information here. So what I'm going to do is save this. Now, what we need to do is keep a record of where we're going to keep all this work, because we need to actually next set up our text file, and it needs to go in the same location. So I've got my login form all saved. Now we're going to pause this one here, and from the next step what we're going to do is then create the XML file which will save our username and passwords in.